No. Um. So I had my intro all prepped and ready, and then my youngest daughter walked into the room, and she's sporting a mullet, and just sporting a mullet.
Uh, Party in the back, business in the front.
Turn around, like literally a mullet.
What? You, you look like a Sharpie.
You look like a Sharpie, is what Sin said. Anyways, good afternoon, good evening, good day, everybody. I'm Joker for Players Wanted. With me, the man with the mohawk, the king of the high kappas, Virtue from Sinister Customs. And we're here to talk about everything Big House Milsim. So thank you very much for showing up, everybody. I will tell you all right now, I know I promised all you that, hey, I'm going to get a bunch of video cut for you guys. So we didn't have it for the Geigerlands AAR, but we'll definitely have it for this one, right? Let me tell you how my day went. It started by 11 a.m. knock on the door from some lady I'd never met before saying, "Hey, your son is down at the goes down to the bus stop in his wheelchair." And I was like, "He's fine." I was like, "Wait, is he still there? Because it's 11 o'clock." She goes, "No, no, no. The neighbors' dogs are out and they're kind of aggressive." And sure as shit, if I didn't get bit on the leg today. So I dealt with that for a few hours. And then um, had to come home and deal with some other stuff. There's more Damien school stuff. I really do need to put a series together just for Damien school nonsense, um, and all that other stuff. So, woohoo, he got it right. Yeah, I do. I was going to be doing it right this time. And then for the past 2 hours, I've been fighting with my wife's car company, a car loan company. So I don't have any video from Geigerlands, but I do have video from last night that we'll show in a little bit. All right. So um, nice. So here we are, everybody. We're going to talk a lot about. We're going to talk about Geigerlands. We're going to talk about Scorched Earth. Mostly, we're going to be talking about Scorched Earth because that is the event that we're really excited for. That's the one that we really want people to go down. It will be our last event for this year at the prison before we kick off the 2023 slate of stuff that's there. Unfortunately, we don't actually have the dates for next year yet, either locked in stone. We'll have them for Tuesday. Like I said, things have been really uh, chaotic, is the best word. So, how are you doing today, Sin?
I am at a level of stress I haven't been into in a while, and that's mostly work related stuff. So anybody in the Atlanta area or in the nerd kingdom, as I like to call it, knows that Dragon Con is starting tomorrow, and I had to get my crew ready to get out there. So basically, after Geigerlands, what normally takes us 2 to 3 weeks, we had to get done in a couple of days.
Yep. What's up, J Rod?
So yeah, chaos. That's the word of the day.
Chaos.
Chaos. We need to get like a little Muppet that flails in the background. Word of the day. Oh, the Pee Wee Herman style.
All right. So, hey, the bite was really just a scratch, but those neighbors are going to get in trouble now because that's like the second person that dog's bit. So they're in trouble.
Just but a scratch. I never understand people that know they have like. I love dogs. Don't get me wrong, and I strongly
I
believe
was
dogs' personalities are indicative of their owner. And if you know you have an aggressive dog, why the hell would you let them roam like that?
that was like one of my things too. Like, and the problem is that this dog keeps getting they keep getting out, especially when it rains. No, Jay, you're not. I'll explain later. Um, so that dog running around doing its thing or whatever. I get it if it was just out there having fun. Um, but the dogs are, yeah, the one dog's aggressive, the other one isn't. So the owner's going to get in trouble. We tried talking to them. They're new to the block. They moved in like the last year or so. But I was like, damn, man, you don't really want to. It sucks. I didn't want to have to do it. But the only thing I could think of is if Damien's riding his wheelchair home to the bus stop and the dogs charge him. Then that would be a bad day. So,
No, it's not even
um,
just that. If you even take Damon out of the equation, just if it was anybody's kid, like control your like what? If it's anybody's kid. It is like if you know your dog's a little shit, why would you let Sorry, I have more faith in humanity, and I lose a shred of it every day.
um, yeah, it was just one of those days. And then on top of that, the other funny thing that I come to realize with living with a child with disabilities, there's a good highly probability that at some point in time you're just going to see a kid rolling around naked in a wheelchair, and I'm unfazed by it now. But at the same time, I was just thinking about, I was like, he literally was. I was like, "Why the hell are you naked?" He goes, "Oh, you want me to cover up?" I was like, "Yeah, I want you to cover up." "Okay, I'll be right back." Goes inside, comes back with a hand towel across
Dude, it's like working in a strip club, man. It's gonna happen.
Uh, I go, "What the hell are you doing?" He goes, "It's easier this way. Trust me, Dad." I was like, "All right, bud." I'm going back to my office. Anyways,
Just don't ask questions, man. Smile
oh,
and nod.
oh man. All right. So let's talk a little bit about some other fun stuff. So, I shouldn't be given certain things. I really shouldn't.
Oh
One of the
God, what
things
did you do?
I certainly shouldn't be given was an Aztec death whistle. Thanks, Paul. The people at Miami Airsoft really hate you right now. Let's roll the clip.
What the?
Paul, I'm blaming you.
There was one more that my battery died when I did it, but I blew it, and the kid went to run the other way in fences and ran full force into a fence. I was laughing so hard it wasn't even funny.
I'm blaming Paul. That's legit. I can see it now. Local Florida man gets arrested. It's you being carted off, just blowing another whistle manically.
I'm gonna keep it. I swear to God, I think I'm gonna keep it with me at all times. So whenever I go anywhere, if somebody's pissing me off like a Karen, I can just go right into her face. But oh my God, it was funny as hell. So actually, last night it was kind of cool. The vibe was real chill for like 90% of the time that we're playing until this one crew showed up, and it's the crew that we had problems with in the past. But I want to show something because this is my dollar theater time, right? Sin, if I come around the corner, I shoot you, you shoot me. As long as your gun's up and trained, that's a trade, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to play this clip, and I want people in the comments to tell me who shot first.
Han shot first.
That doesn't. Do you understand that when two people fire at the same time, there's no such thing as shooting somebody first? Just saying. That doesn't work that way.
So you see it bounce off the knee, and the 3 follow-up shots at you. Like,
Who shot
there's
first?
a clear delay.
Who shot first?
First, but the clear delay between it hitting him in the knee and bouncing, he looks at you and then shoots again.
And I still took the trade, and the guy's doing it. So it gets better, right? So at the end of that game, I walked up to him because I was like, we had a problem with these guys in the past. They're part of the cheater cam before. And I was like, you know what? No. I walked over and said, you all realize that I record everything, right? And they go, yeah. I was like, you all realize that with my gun, with my tracers, I could see that BB fly from our spawn all the way to your wall, right? And they go, yeah. I was like, then call your hits. I was like, and then one guy was in the tower, and he's wearing all black, which is even better for tracer BBs because you watch the BBs slam into him, and he's all like, and he's still staying up in the tower. I was like, what the shit, man? So here's the next part where they got clearly pissed off at me, like clearly pissed off. And yeah.
They ain't coming this way. You haven't hit me once. You haven't hit me once. You got shot and then Riff, did I shoot him first? Way before. Like way before.
No, it's not a trade. It's clearly not a.
Sin. Both instances, I thought I shot like the first one. I thought I shot him first and like inside the house. Right? I'm pretty sure, but I would accept the trade, right? Because at least his gun was up and pointed my direction. He comes through. I shoot him once. I shoot him twice, and then he shoots at me and misses. You're not going to call that a hit?
Well, he turned the corner. His gun wasn't even aimed at you. He was holding it one-handed off to the side at low ready at best. It's Taco Thursday, bro. But if you would indulge me for a second, bring that clip back up to the beginning, please.
Hold on. Let me add it this way so that so we could talk while it happens. Add source.
Like when you're shooting underneath, there's something I need to verify. Oh, dude, that steak was amazing, but I have a marinade I want to hook up with you with.
How was that brisket?
Phenomenal. So I let my steaks marinate in pineapple juice and garlic for about minimum 6 hours before I drain them and reseason them and throw them on the grill. You want to talk about all right.
Sorry. Hold on. Let me. Do you want me to full screen it? Because
yeah, it's fine. Just play.
Wait, hold on. I'll do it this way. Here, let's go down this way, and I will toss this up here, and I will do this. So we got the full screen. All right.
Not there. Where is he?
They ain't coming this way.
I love those famous last words.
Oh, here he is. Yep. Pirouette.
Go back to it?
No, hold on. He's about to do it again. This is what I wanted to see. Yep, same guy, same speaker. He points his leg back like he's prancing in the ballet when he jumps. The gun is aimed down at the ground. It's not even aimed at you. It's aimed down at the ground while he's leaping like a graceful unicorn. Like this entire thing you just played, every time he's encountered, like off to the side, I saw somebody else shoot him. He jumps in the air like a gazelle and points his leg out.
Yeah. The funny thing is, it's like these guys got so mad from where I was at. I'm actually laying down here.
I've killed people in that spot. It's fairly easy. If you're laying down there, you go around the corner and come in behind them.
What I love also is this part right here. Like, I shoot this guy. That guy's not even.
You haven't hit me once. You haven't hit me.
Watch the light come up again. Gun's aimed down. Now it's over there.
What I love is, let's see if we can get the actual shot on here.
There it is. There it is.
There's his BB. You can see his BB. He's not even aimed at me. Oh wait, that's my BB.
That's your BB going at him. But literally, one leg in the air. Is that like a trick shot? Is he trying to like 360 no scope? Was he spinning around the corner when you came up?
So he's already hit right there in the hand, right?
All right. Gun's aimed away.
Yeah.
You're hitting. Gun's aimed over there because he pushed his button.
Yeah, his shot is. I can't get it within range. Anyway, it's just really funny. So, anyways, we're diverging it, but that was just funny as hell because those three guys were the ones that were all upset with me, and this jackass right here, right? So the refs so it was such a chill day of airsoft before they showed up, right? It really was. It was relaxed. It was calm. Everything was going fine. We were having 4-on-4, 5-on-5, and it was just a blast. And these guys show up without us saying anything. The ref goes in the tower. Mind you, one of the admins was playing. One of the admins was playing that day, just playing. He was on the enemy team. So when he goes up there and he does that, the guy's like, "Oh yeah, well, you're notorious for not calling hits." I'm like, what are you fucking talking about, man? I'll call my hits every time. Respawn is literally 30 seconds away. I have no issue with running back to respawn and coming back out. My machismo is not too high. I was like, we already have you. We were playing Conquest. I was like, we already have all 5 lights. We already won. The only thing we had to do is just keep you guys in spawn. It didn't matter. I was like, me taking a hit has no effect. I'll walk back to respawn. I was like, I've walked back a mile to a respawn on a potential ricochet because I didn't know where the shot came from. Right? Shut up, Garcia. So it's like I don't. This guy was just going on there. He goes, I was like, the ref hit checked me. He goes, yeah, because he had to hit check you. I was like, no, he didn't. He was hit checking everybody. He giggled when he shot me. He heat checked me when I turned around and was walking out of spawn. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, no, there's I had like it's not just there. Like, but for example, when I was down there playing with you, I took hits that I didn't even think actually hit me. It just wasn't worth the argument. And then the one dude who apparently was immortal accused me of not calling my shot. I'm like, really? You missed me by a mile, and I called it just to shut you up.
It's funny. So let's get back on topic here and let's talk a little bit about Scorched Earth, right? It's always rough after an event to try to get on speed, get picked back up, and get onto what we're supposed to be doing. But let's talk a little bit about here. We still don't have a full storyline yet, guys. Sorry. But let's be honest. Here's what's the only thing that you guys really want to know. You want to know what the teams are and what the cool stuff happens. So for Scorched Earth, we're running from 10 to 5, right? Or is it 10 to 6?
It's 10 to 6, but we're playing it by ear based on attrition.
So no, it's based on light.
Well, yeah, light and attrition, but the hard limit is 6.
Okay. So so it's going to go all day, 10 to 5. I'm putting 10 to 5 out there.
Yeah, most likely it's going to be 10 to 5. We don't know what the light's going to be like.
Up on the mountain and all that.
Up on the mountain, but we want to give ourselves enough wiggle room because if you guys get into like a heated fight, we don't want to stop it in the middle of an all-out gun battle,
Yeah. So, one second. That was one thing we didn't have a discussion on today, so we're doing it right now.
Yep.
All right. So we have a good announcement to make, guys, that you guys are going to be allowed to camp out on the AO again. You're going to be able to use building Bravo, a building we have not been in before, and Delta, the D block. The AAs are going to be in building Alpha. Let me pull up the map so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's get this. Gotcha. Pictures. We're zooming in. All right. Share. All right. So all you know that we love this map. It's the cloth map that we have. So we're still going to do the same thing that happened before where we're going to have 8 and Alpha be the 2 AAs. So starts where we'll figure it out. Now, because this is a new game mode and everything else, it's going to be a new fun measure for to go through. I'm wondering, and we can see what the players think here, is maybe we should have them all start and have to go to their and run to their AAs to set them up first.
So you're thinking using the 2 gates?
No, because that's a hell of a lot farther of a run than that is. So what I'm thinking is that maybe we have them um, stage up here at 2 and them over here at nah, it won't work. It won't work.
I get what you're going for.
That's a whole lot of running for no reason.
Yep.
So we'll just start it up here at 8 and at alpha. So it's pretty much almost the same distance to see. And we're going to do what we did last time. Because of the fast way people can get in here, we'll allow whoever we station up at 8, which, by the way, we'll get the COs together and have the COs rock, paper, scissors for which buildings they want. We'll allow them to pre-deploy about 2 squads right here in the center with the intention for them to be able to run into 6, just to make sure that the distance are the same so they can get inside the building so we don't have a lockdown. Building Delta and Bravo will be out of play for gameplay, so you guys can't go in and raid shit. So get shot. Damn, I will get shot. Tubbs, no run. You don't need to run, bud. With the way that they have to get into these buildings, the likelihood of them running this way into each other is slim. So do what I do. Do that juggernaut walk. So that's going to be the 2 locations. There's only going to be the 2, the Nationals versus Federalists with the civilians running around. We also have some news is that we'll be doing another PUBG style game inside of H on Friday night. So depending on how it goes, we might actually run one on Saturday night too. It's going to depend on how both of us feel. So that's definitely going to be a thing. Players seem to really love that aspect of the game. So we're going to be bringing that back. So there's something to do in addition to the JTF missions.
Yeah, Tyler, we call that the tactical Neander.
So there's going to be control boxes. There's going to be laptop, Intel, and everything else. And I inadvertently I brought some of my own props home back home with me. I was like, God damn it, why do I have 2 laptops in my truck? So the pretty much the overall storyline is to make sure that you guys grab enough resources and everything else. There is going to be a need to collect and hold certain pieces at certain locations to make sure that you activate some things to go down. So, and it's going to be a danger section, right? So if you're trying to assemble all the pieces to make this go boom boom, it's a prop, guys. It's a prop. It's an awesome prop. But if you're trying to assemble all the pieces there and you're bringing them to the location to try to do it, and then you got to transport this to whatever building it needs to go boom. If you drop it down, there's a potential that the enemy could pick it up, arm it, and activate it themselves. So, you all heard of the term nuclear football? Here you go. And no, you cannot toss the egg. Although it does fly very nice. So we're coming at you guys with a lot of cool things and everything else. Unfortunately, building 1 is going to be off limits. The basement's going to be off limits. We're not going to be able to use it for. Scorched Earth, but we will definitely look at it for like maybe Syndicate or anything else. So we're going back to the map. The funny thing is going to be is that everything but 1, of course, 3 is in play.
So 9 and 10 are out of play too.
No, they're allowed.
In 9 and 10, the paint shop is active. They've got supplies in it right now.
Well, that's that one room, but the rest of it is open.
Sure.
It's only that one bay at the very end of 9. Because, the satellite field is right here. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm not even...
No, you're even there. It's over there. The satellite field's on the other side of the gate.
It's right there.
Yeah.
There's the gate right there.
I still want to double check with site crew because they were working on painting vehicles and stuff, and they were last time I was in.
These ones I know because I was in there. They were there was nothing in there. There was still trash and dust and shit on the ground.
Yeah, I know on 10 side, but the bay right on the far side of 10 side, there was a Jeep parked in it last time I was on site.
All right.
Either way, so we'll double check that. But either way, you guys have a crap ton of the field in play.
Yeah. So again, Bravo and Delta will be out of play, but Julia will be back in play. This will be back in play. You will not be able to use H for the main game, but we will use that for the other. And then see you at the hot tub. When it comes down to these things, I'm definitely going to see about cutting holes in between, like halfway through each of these buildings. So in these buildings right here, cutting two holes on each side, so that way there's another path through besides the long loop up and around for the PUBG style game, because that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. So that's the thing. You guys will be able to camp out on site. Obviously, you can camp out in a parking lot like you always do if you decide to. Bear in mind, these buildings are going to be cold. Well, the area probably is going to be cold, so plan accordingly. We're hoping that we get the weather that was the week before our weekend for Syndicate, which was high in the 60s, low in the 40s, which is glorious running weather and everything else. But there's a possibility it could be in the 20s. So just plan accordingly when you guys come out. It's going to be any green camo versus any tan camo. When it comes down to your gear doesn't matter, like your chest rig, your battle belts, anything that hangs off your harness, your holsters and all that. That could all be whatever color. However, if you don't wear the right color chest rig or whatever, you could be team killed quite a bit. It happens almost every single time they're on green, they're wearing a tan chest rig. So your hat, shirt, and pants must be your your team's faction. Multicam is tan. Multi-carrying. What do you want to say about multi-tan green?
Here's the problem with multicam green or multicam tropic. The newer colors, if they're new, they fit fine with green. If they're the old faded ones from a distance, it's really hard to tell which team you're on. But as far as multicam green and multicam tropic go, you're going to be on the green team. But be advised, if your own team starts lighting you up because you're wearing faded camis, it's on you. And the same thing goes for multicam black. I don't know why you would wear it.
You can't wear it.
Again,
black.
Again, but if it's faded, it looks green. That's what I'm talking about.
No multicam black. I'll say that now.
Yeah. All right. Multicam black's out the window, but it has the same effect for some reason. Whatever that dye was, the dingier it get, it ships color. Also, no red head coverings. I earned my maroon beret like a bunch of other people, and I would love to wear it at airsoft, but from a distance, it looks like a dead rag.
So face masks are okay. It's just your helmet or your hat or your lid, whatever you want to call what sits on top of your head. Your eye pro, your mask could be whatever color you want. We prefer not red though, because that makes you look like an admin. But if you're on the green side, you got a tan mesh mask. They are only like $12 on Amazon, so there's a cheap thing on there. But that's up to you guys. We don't want to force you to pay for more.
You get shot in the face. You get shot in the face.
On to Go Surplus will be there with some cool stuff. Now for your helmets. Now, if you have currently a tan helmet, like, oh shit, where's my helmet? Well,
they make
covers for them. Their green covers will work fine. If anybody was at Geigerland, you saw my green cover on my helmet. That would be acceptable if it's trimmed in tan, but you have the green, like you're on green. You throw a green helmet cover on top of it. That's totally acceptable and fine. Other than that, the other things that you guys are definitely going to need. Hey, what's up, Troy the boy? You're going to need Deadlight, Dead Rag. Either you have 2 ace wraps or 2 tourniquets for medicing. Everybody is a medic at this event. So it's going right back to the syndicate rules. Everybody's a medic. So don't worry about that. I'll be in that hot tub too. Oh, Paul, you're coming? Awesome.
HK
um,
mask is sweet.
um, so the reason why a deadlight's important, and I'll stress this enough, there was a couple people at Geigerlands that did not have a deadlight. And it literally happened in front of me. And I looked at him and I said, "What's the problem?" Because he started getting mad because he got shot when he's dead. And he's waving the dead rag. And I said, and he goes, "They're shooting at me." I was like, "Do you have a dead light?" And then I got shot. And I go, "Ow." And I stepped around the corner. And he goes, "No." And I was like, "Neither do I. That's why we're getting shot. Go to Amped and buy a dead shot." Thanks, Troy. Um, and he went and got himself a chem light and he was able to use that. So a red glow stick would work. I mean, it's some of the areas, even though there's plenty of light coming in, are still dark. People can't see inside those dark areas, especially the long pathway down the either branch of 5. If you're from a distance, you really can't see, but they can definitely
Honestly,
see
with
those.
it being bright makes it worse sometimes because then you're backlit and we still can't see what's in your hand.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try, but no promises. Awesome, Paul.
Try harder, Paul. Try harder.
I know, right? Maybe we can make you have an action. If you go, we'll turn on the Juggernaut. We'll make a Juggernaut rule just for you. Um, so that one. So this one's going to be a lot of fun. Now, people ask, "Can I use a dye mask at these events because it's Milsim?" Absolutely.
I run one.
We don't care. Wear your dye mask. Although people ask, "Are T-shirts and like jeans appropriate?" There's plenty of dark green or dark tan T-shirts that if that's all you have, that's all you have. I'd highly recommend just going to Amazon.
Okay, I can
Yeah.
say this from experience. I have literally spent $30 by going to the Walmart. Oh, they're right behind me. Hold up. Buying these cheap $12 green pants and a cheap green T-shirt. If you
Dog
don't
collar
have
lights.
sorry.
Chubs. Dog collar lights are awesome. That's what you were wearing. Yes, that thing lit up like a mother, and good on you, sir.
But my point is, the event's in November. You have time to get the appropriate color. You don't have to go full miltard and spend a couple $100 on kit. You can get cheap clothes at Walmart. Heck, some of the guys on my team went through a thrift store before Bad Blood just so they could get the right loadout. There is no excuse with this much time for you to show up in the wrong camo or the wrong color. There's not.
When in doubt, send us a message. It's that simple. When in doubt, send us a message.
I mean, heck, if you post in one of the, we're going to have the Discord up and running. If you post in there, like before Syndicate 1, I think it was, somebody didn't have camo and guys came together on the channel and just gave them the right camo. Because I don't know about Joker, but I got a ton of extra camo crap because I keep forgetting things.
I have the box of Joker's useless shit. It's useless to me, but treasure for other people, right? So I always say, just make me an offer. Like one dude pulled up a pair of my old, the ACUs I had. He goes, "How much for this?" I was like, "Make me an offer." He goes, $5. I said, "Sold." You know, we don't need it. So when it comes down to the camo and all that stuff, guys, come on, just green versus tan, have a good time. There is going to be no ammo limitations or anything else like that. So you guys can reload on the fly, do what you want to. When it comes time to camping, we're going to do what we did before, which is we're going to set up an armory in each one of those places where we'll put all your guns inside the armory that is inside those 2 on the field campsites. And you guys can go in there and lock them down. They'll be locked for the night. Almost pink ball. Titman has TDU green for 20 at the top and 20 for the bottoms. That's pretty awesome. And Fat Boys can go through Rothco. Same price as DLX, better quality also. Nice. This is the stuff that we like to hear and talk about, right? This is the stuff that we try to get people enticed with to come through. It's like, hey, our Milsims are Milsim light. So I jumped past the medic thing, but everybody's a medic. Um, everybody has to, if you carry 2 ace wraps, 2 tourniquets. Now, if you plan to like act like a medic for your team, which is not needed, but if you wanted to act like a medic, like we had somebody that runs with us, her name is Sushi. That's all she does is medic. She brings extra tourniquets, extra ace wraps, so she can go through and do it. The ace wraps take longer because it's like 4 foot long, right? Or 2 foot long? 4 foot.
It's two. It's 2 foot because
Two
they
foot,
are 4 foot long. You can cut it in half to make 2 bandages.
2 foot long wraps, and you have to wrap and secure the thing. You just can't wrap it a couple times, say you're good, and have ace wrap dingling down. You
Wrapped
have
and
to
secure, and they
fully
cannot
wrap.
be pre-tied.
Yeah, they cannot be pre-tied. Tourniquets. When you go to apply tourniquets, you can show them where it's at, or you can have it in your hand, but you have to let it go. They have to open it up, put it on your arm to your bicep, and secure it before you're healed. It's to simulate being out of play for 15 seconds. A question came up during Syndicate, which I thought was impressive as hell when I first saw it, but it goes against the spirit of the game in a sense of what his medic needed. No, you cannot be a combatant while you're actively medicing. So if you can actually apply a tourniquet with one hand and shoot at the same time, no.
No.
You can apply the tourniquet and you can, if somebody goes up there, you can stop applying it and shoot and then go back to finish applying the tourniquet. If your medic gets shot and the tourniquet piece is almost there but it's hanging up in the air, you did not get medicked. Um, there's
So if
this
you're
research.
running in to medic somebody, get somebody to cover you.
Yeah. Um, the other big factor is that we did this for Syndicate 2. People loved it. We're bringing it back. Prisoners. You could take prisoners. Now, there is a caveat to this. All right. When you're going to take somebody prisoner, you have to run up and say, I am taking you prisoner. You hold them for 15 seconds, simulating that they're being medicked, and then they have to walk with you away. If they already have, if that's the first time they've been hit, that's technically when you're taking a prisoner, you're using one of their medics or one of their lives. That's fine. They could be, if they get shot while they're walking away, or by friendly fire or by their own team or by your team, they can be medicked the second time. If they get shot a second time, they're dead. They stay where they are, bleed out for 5 minutes, walk back to respawn. Drop any intel they might have. So if you are hit and somebody takes you prisoner, you can hold on to whatever objectives that you have, whether it be intel, components, any of that stuff. You can hold on to it. They take you back to base, you need to be searched. Search meaning that they do a gentle pat on the outside, like simulating a pat, saying you're being searched and you have to turn over anything you're carrying at that point in time. We're going to emphasize this a lot. Again, this is an honor sport, guys. You have to turn it over. When you're a prisoner, you cannot fight back. You can't attack. You can't do any of that stuff. Now, if somebody runs up to you to take your prisoner, if you've already been hit twice and you're just waiting your bleed out, they can still medic you one more time. Of course, if you get hit again, then you're dead. And nobody else can take you prisoner. All right. Again, honor based. People love this aspect of the game. It brought more dynamics. It helps us out as organizers running the event, because what it does is it keeps players pulled away, so it makes a small AO look a hell of a lot larger. So it's a really cool aspect. With that being said, there is only one person on the field who you can manhandle, who you can hold down, who will be able to actively fight against you. Like, when I mean by fight, I mean resist, pull their arm away, try to run and escape. If that person has a weapon on them, they can use it against you. So you want to make sure that you really search to disarm that person. Anybody else that's taken prisoner is considered disarmed. Nikolai is the only one that is going to give you a hard time to get him back, to get him to be captured, to bring him back to your command. You're going to want to make sure you search him, take all the weapons away from him, and make sure you keep all weapons away from him. If you're the kind of guy, Jay Rodriguez, that holds 3 or 4 grenades on your person that's exposed, and you're in the process of trying to take Nikolai, and he snatches one of those grenades and it explodes, well, that's life, boys. There will be a safe word I use. It's typically pineapple juice. So if I say pineapple juice, it's a stop everything because somebody's hurting me type deal. But that's what we're going to do for this event. We're bringing back that aspect. Now, when you're taken back to take prisoner, you're to be held for 3 minutes. Feel free to jabber jaw, whatever, get a drink. You could act it up if you want to as well. One guy stayed at the I think it was the DEA or was it cartel? Who's the guy that stayed for like 20 minutes saying, "You're never going to get any answers from me"?
Oh, that was a DEA guy we captured at cartel.
Okay. DEA at cartel. So you guys could muck it up if you want to. It's a lot of fun. Like they literally executed all their prisoners. It was freaking hilarious. I roll up on the battle bus and all of a sudden I see 3 prisoners lined up and 50 cartel out there, and I was like, "Oh, this cannot go well." I put the car in park. I put the bus in park. I lean back. I was like, "Let's see how this goes." As they're gonna go shoot him, 3, 2, 1, the dude chucks a grenade behind him, and then they shoot him. It was great.
Yeah, we had a lot of awesome guys. There was the one guy I actually was concerned about him because he's being escorted back and he's cussing up a storm. Like every question that he gets asked, he says, "Your mama." And he gets up there and he just looks so angry. And I was like, are you okay? He's like, stops, the voice completely changes. He goes, "Oh, no, man, I'm having a blast. This is great." He points to this cage. He goes, "Can I get in there?" I was like, "Yeah, the lock is disabled." Cool. He climbs in, shuts it, and goes right back to cussing at everybody.
Fuck you guys. I told you. It was, oh, God, it was good. You know what? Let me see if while we're talking here, we can pull up some video of that. So again, this one is not going to be a heavy role play centric, although nobody's going to stop you from role playing if you're going to want to have some fun with it. I don't care if people look at you sideways or anything else. The way I always look at it is have your fun. That's simple. Just have your fun. Let's see. There is Syndicate 2. All right. Did you want to talk about what you asked me for?
Yeah. So I'm up in the air about. So we're implementing JDAMs. They are going to be limited in play, and any side can capture one and deploy it on the other side. However, you're going to require it's going to be an admin, an embed, who's basically going to be your forward observer. They're going to have to hold eyes on the target for at least 30 seconds while they're calling it in. And the admin's going to count it down. And if you are in the area when it hits, you are missed. So there's a potential for you to be able to take an objective by wiping everybody out if you time it right. So this adds to the big things that I was always irritated about when this has been implemented in other games was there is no counter to it. Your team's just taken out. So with the forward observer having to maintain eyes on the target for those 30 seconds, if the other team realizes what's going on, they can open fire and try to drop the guy before it gets off. And then it's a miss. So it gives you a counter. However, if you're not paying attention, they manage to pull it off. They're rewarded by turning you into goo.
So there are going to be a lot of cool things. We should be getting more and more props coming in. Like my control boxes should be in soon that I got. So they're going to be pretty cool that you guys can check out. We'll have an update of all the COs and everything else that are going to be in charge of different factions. We'll set up some more groups and all that for you guys to be a part of, to join. And I mean, this event it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, there's probably going to be a lot of dead foliage around. So when we get up there in November, sort of like we did here, we're going to take the assessment of whether or not pyro is going to be allowed outdoors. Obviously, smoke's never allowed indoors. It's always a no-go. But it comes down to smokes outside in EG67 is outside, we'll double check and see just exactly where it's at. Might be possible. I'm suspecting at this point, considering the last time for Syndicate 2, we had 5 fires in the span of 2 hours, that we're probably not going to allow pyro. So that'll be fine. Let's see here. We got somebody chatting.
No tubs. No. I mean, if you want to hide them there, go for it. But be advised, I'm going to run by and do an admin check by pulling the pin.
Then you're going to have some difficulty whether or not that grenade actually gets out from between the ash cheeks. I almost blew myself up pre pulling a pin and sabotaging it on my body, and then it rolled out from behind me, and I had to haul ass.
Dude, we were at BB Boards one year, and this guy next to me, and I always thought this was just a joke. That never happened in reality. He pulls the pin, throws the pin, drops the grenade. I looked at him because I watched it happen like in slow motion in my mind. Like everything went into bullet time. And I said, as it blows up.
I'm currently processing the first video, so.
All right. So yeah, that's the story with the JDAMs. I've got the cases. I got to find them all. They're probably going to be stashed all over the field. So yeah, you capture it, get your forward observer in position, and cover them.
Oh, well, since we're waiting here for that to go through, let's go ahead and talk about where you can and can't go on the field. To remember one more thing. So, for those of you who've been out here before, when D was in play, you could easily bypass and go behind and access D from the rear. Since D's not in play, you could still use this the inner fence route. They go up to 7, and they go up here. Now, understand, this area of 8 and this area in front of Alpha, and even the back, are out of play. All right, 50 foot around where the buildings are, you can't go there. 7 is going to have some objectives. I is going to have some objectives that are going to be close by. So they will have stuff in there to attack. You guys just can't be firing down here. There'll be no fire zones set up. We'll have some signage and everything else to make sure they're there. Battle Buddy Initiative does have a golden ticket for this event. So check out Battle Buddy Initiative. Go ahead and check them out on Facebook to see what they have there for their giveaway and all that. Let's see graphics. All right. So as Nikolai at Syndicate 2, I got captured a total of 4 times. Once was by cartel. Once was by the Blackwater, and then I was handed over, essentially recaptured again for DEA, and then captured a second time for DEA. So these are sort of the things that we're talking about with that.
Come on, baby. You're not taking me hostage, are you? Yes. You're gonna try. Oh, you're gonna try to take me hostage? No! 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 You'll not take me alive!
He ain't going nowhere. I got his foot. What do you have to say about this?
Fuck these capitalist pigs! Let me go! Oh shit!
You ain't going.
Is that just keys?
Real fly.
Okay.
Beely.
I don't want to dig for your pockets.
Hey, right there. Hey, what do we get if we bring him back?
A lot? Let's go.
You'll never.
Stop fighting.
Shep.
Stop fighting.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's got the zips.
Hey, is that your blood on your pants?
Huh?
There's a little bit of blood here.
Probably mine.
Oh, he got shot
I
earlier.
just want to make sure you're all right.
You flipped him up.
Ooh, look at this one we got right here.
Well, that's.
We said search.
How are we doing this? Easy or hard?
All right, let's
Hey.
go.
What did I say about dragging?
Yeah, I'm not dragging. Keep your feet. Grab his other foot. How are we doing this? Easier?
No. Pineapple juice. No. You guys my heart.
You said pineapple juice, man.
No. I'm good. I'm good.
Good, you okay?
Yeah, you better hold me. Game on.
Don't run. Don't run. Where we going with them? Back to fucking town. Back to town? Alright, you guys got him.
Oh, whoa, no, not that, John.
No tucking arms.
That's why I said I was going to put your arm behind your back.
That's how you lose gear.
He's not back here.
I know. I love you. You're dead, John.
You gotta let him go.
I'll show more of that later.
Jesus.
I gotta find the one. Actually, I'll do it this way. I think I'll just add it back as a source again. There's one where Rick Starman's son. Oh, it's right here. I think I found it.
Still can't believe this happened.
Time do you think for me to instill total chaos right now?
You can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you cannot.
Yes, I can.
Grenades you can no longer use.
Wait, what?
You can no longer use grenades outside.
Frequency mode.
Because of too many fires. You cannot do it. You can do it inside, but not outside.
Realistically, if it was...
Russian! Yeah! Woo!
That was a bad bank. That was not the video I was looking for either. There.
What are you waiting for?
Ready? Go for him. Go.
Is this the one? This might be the one. What the hell? Where'd it go?
You broke it.
I did break it. Fuck. Oh, there we go.
I got it more effective when Papa. No.
I got the arm.
So you're dead.
You gave me the gun.
I think we're gonna. So, what are you gonna tell me now?
Go fuck your mother.
What are you gonna tell me now?
Go fuck your mother.
You already unzipped your pants. It looks like you were waiting for this.
Go fuck your
What are
mother.
you gonna tell me now?
Wait, I got something new to tell you. Go fuck your mother.
And you tell everybody how Garcia came up on you, shot you in your buttocks again.
There's a problem.
And
I'm
got you,
so
baby.
shooting you in the testicles. Ow!
I have arthritis. This thing is. I mean, look at that thing. It's just right there. It's oh my goodness! I can get that right under there, can't I? Right up under there. Right up behind you. Wait, Nikolai's Russian, right?
Hang on.
I have a Russian.
Motherfucker. That's gonna be hurt.
What are you gonna tell this? Yeah. What are you
I
gonna
say you
tell me?
take. No, I say. Papa. I shall bribe you if you take me just like this, with that wedge just there, right to tan CP.
Hey, look, Nikolai's Russian, boss.
You want to swap them?
Yeah, we do it
Just
properly.
make sure that we have it tied down nice, and let's walk over to CP. It's time for.
tan?
Yeah, I fucked up our cartel CP today. Let's fuck up CT.
Wait, that's not even the right one either. Damn it!
Let him zip his shit.
All right, I'm gonna find this damn clip. I have it somewhere. It was funny as hell. It's got to be this one.
We don't really have anywhere we can go.
All right, guys, take me. No. That's not tan.
You have any weapon? What do you got?
Pineapple juice on the.
Right there's good. Where are we taking it? Sit him down. Here, let's sit you down.
He was.
No,
He needs to go in a room.
I want him to know.
He needs to go in a room.
Oh, we're gonna put you on.
He needs to go in a
Around
room.
here somewhere for him.
I blind man.
There you go. All you had to do was tell me you moved. I didn't get the full choke on you. Who's giving him a gun? Who's the idiot that gave him a gun?
I'm dead.
Watch that again.
A gun! All you had to do was tell me you moved. I didn't get the full choke on you. Who's giving him a gun? Who's the idiot to give me?
I'm dead. 15 seconds.
We don't really have anywhere we can go.
Hey, go away. Ah, that was like one of the best moments right there. When all of a sudden his son just goes, "Here." I look up like, "Huh? Okay." Da-da-da-da. That was Rick Starman's son. He just Zach. He goes, "Here." Don't mind if I do. So there's going to be a lot of fun antics for this one, guys. We're already starting to plan stuff out. We're gonna have a blast with it. There's going to be no Blackwater for this one. There's going to be no Op 4 team. Pretty much straight up green versus tan, crashing each other pretty much all day. Sunday is going to be 10-2, and we'll have the raffle after that, and then we'll get on a road. So Friday is going to be registration. The gates open at 1 o'clock per normal. Remember, if you guys are getting in, you have to sign your waiver and all that stuff first, even if you guys are camping. So you have to come inside, register. Bring whatever pew you have that you're gonna need a chrono with. Come inside, register, go chrono, go set up your campsite. That pretty much is simple. We'll have the 2 CO bases or COs inside of building 2 for you guys to interact with. We'll have a safety brief out there. This will be a fun event that should be just a blast to have. So, what's the date and how much? That's an excellent question, Mike. Which is funny because if you come, you might now be the wrong black guy they capture. Just saying. It is November 4th through the 6th up at Crescent, PA, and the tickets are $125. And let me get you guys. Actually, you know what? I could sneak you all a promo code. Hold on a second. I got the power. Here's a cool promo code that'll give you a nice hefty discount. So this one will be the one that's going to end it. You're riding with me and Tinker. You're not riding with me because unless you plan to leave like a week early, because that's what I'm going. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Tinker's flying up. But we'll talk at come out to MA Wednesday. We'll definitely talk about it.
Then we again. I didn't have a second. You took a random dude. They took Tank.
So, for those of you who keep wondering, like at Geigerlands and everything else, why I said they took the wrong black guy, Syndicate 1. Virtue is the CO. And I'm out there, and there's all of a sudden it comes over the radio. We captured the tan CO. I could see Sin walking in his trench coat with his beret. He's got his green trench coat on, doing his thing. And I'm like, say again? We captured the green CP, the CO. And I was like, okay. Just like that. They captured some other random black dude, the only other one that was at the event.
Who kept his mouth shut, by the way. The entire time they were interrogating him.
This guy did not break his silence and like. So then,
Syndicate 2.
Syndicate 2 rolls around, and people were like, 2 things happened at Syndicate 2. 1, people said, "You're not going to knife us," and 2, we're not going to capture. 3 things that were said. 2, Jay Rodriguez promised he was not going to blow up his own team again, and 3, they're going to capture the right black guy this time. They didn't. They did not capture the right black guy. And
twice at that event. Twice at Syndicate 2. They missed.
I still knife people, and Jay Rodriguez still blew up his own team. So
the first incident at Syndicate 2, it was me, Raptor, and Caveman in a hallway, and they're yelling down the hallway, "We've got your CO, we've got your CO." Caveman looks at me. Raptor leans out, laughs, comes back. I look out. They have this other black kid with a gun to his head trying to get out of the building. And Raptor goes, "I think you got the wrong one again." And my guys just start lighting everybody up. The second time was right outside of E-Building. I pushed E-Building with a small squad, and we got wrecked coming to the door because we didn't realize how many guys were in there. It was a good firefight. It was a good firefight. At the end of it, we're all down. There's only 2 of them left. Well, the rest of my guys, reinforcements, come storming over the hill. They see what's going on, and they're rushing to come save me. And the guy in front, the tan guy, goes, "Quick, grab their CO and let's get out of here." He says, "Which one?" "The black guy." They grab the black guy that's next to me and run over the hill with it.
Mike. You see his comment?
Yeah, I see it. And then at Geigerlands,
That was hilarious.
they did
Hey.
it again.
Go get the guy. Go get that guy in black. I'll pay you 50 caps. They captured the wrong guy in black. I was like, you know what? Just saying, there might be a thing there.
So it's
To
kind
call
of
friendly
tradition.
fire, Papa. What's up, Ben? How you doing, brother?
I mean, with JDAMs in place, somebody could pull a Papa.
They can, and you know what? I'll laugh my ass off because I'm pretty sure it will happen. It will happen. They got my guy.
Yeah, but it's become a weird, screwed up tradition of capturing the wrong black guy.
Well, here's the sad thing too, right? You're not going to be CO for Syndicate 3 or
No.
for Scorched Earth.
I'll be walking around as an angry-looking admin.
Thanks, Ben. We really do appreciate that. So let's go over some of the other basic rules that are going to be there, that are going to be in play. We stressed this before. We'll stress it again for those of you. This might be your first event up at the prison. There's never full auto allowed in building, even as an SMG class. So yes, we're well aware that the SMG class gets nerfed because you cannot go full auto inside the buildings, which is where you typically would. These hallways are very narrow because it's a prison. And it can suck. It can really suck because honestly, we don't have anybody else to be that person. So Virtue's got to be out there. If Virtue were to go out there and play, he could not be CO. He'd have to be another NPC like Nikolai if he's out there to do anything.
And
at least for this.
Yeah, at least for this one. I give everybody clarification. Is a decision I made because I personally feel that to be unbiased, I can't be on a team. What I miss?
What Mike said.
Wow.
Oh, see, you can say that. I can't.
Dude, I grew up in Ireland, so it's gonna have to be a potato trap. But anyway, so I'll be there as in-play admin, but at least for Scorched Earth, I will not be playing at all. Because until we get this system ironed out with everybody in their new positions and roles, I personally feel I cannot be unbiased if I am participating. I need to be able to yell at everybody equally.
Yeah, see, I've been doing that for so long, I can yell at everybody equally.
Let's see. But yeah, so this comes down to green shoot tan, tan shoot green with objectives into play. We have a few other things rolling around that may come into play later, so stay tuned to the channel for those updates.
Riot shields will never be acceptable on this field at any point in time, guys.
They're completely overkill, and it breaks all balance because these corridors, it's a prison, guys. The corridors are so tight and narrow that you drop a riot shield, basically everybody's immortal. Also, nobody can move, and it becomes a safety hazard.
Mm-hmm. So same thing with the full auto, like LMGs, you can go full auto outside. You can go auto from inside to outside, outside to inside, as long as you're binding your MEDs. Same thing with snipers. There was an incident that happened at Syndicate 2 that made us change up our indoor sniper use. There will be no more indoor sniper use.
You're required to have a sidearm. You go indoors, you better switch to it.
You can shoot from outside to inside, inside to outside with a sniper. SMGs, you can do the same thing. You can go full auto into that door, but as soon as you cross that threshold, that gun goes to safe. All right.
So and you're saying it's a nerf when honestly, to be fair, it's not really a nerf because it gives you the functionality of an LMG with a lighter weight platform.
With no MED.
With no MED. So it's not really a nerf. You have the same.
It's a nerf in the sense
that you have the same handicap as LMGs and snipers have. And So anybody that's whining about it,
Well, I mean, I see what they're saying is like this other ad nationwide Milsimmer event here allows us to full auto indoors. Yeah, doesn't mean it necessarily should happen. Players will have you know uh, player player safety is our top concern. Same thing that goes on with feathering that trigger. If you can simulate full auto with your finger, I'm looking at you, Che. I'm looking at you, Tinker. Don't.
cut it out.
Uh, no, nothing that no tripwires are allowed. Nothing that you have to like any booby traps that you can. If it's laser based, sure.
Yeah, the IR trip mines, the IR claymores, those are absolutely fine. You cannot create an actual hazard.
Yeah. Here's another big one: if enemy claiming they're the other side.
Yeah.
All right, look, you all need to come up with your challenge phrases. That's simple. Um, you know, it's one of those things that you have to be careful on and everything else. The only thing that you can't do is obviously dead man can't talk except to call for a medic, but you cannot say you're dead and really be alive. You can't
Yeah.
say you're alive and be dead. You can't hide behind dead players.
There's no human shields, there's no shamming. And I watched it happen and I called a guy on it, and it's not really a gray area to me. When somebody says green, 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 and you're on tan, do not say green back. That is cheating. We play a sport based on the auto system, and anybody that's played knows my golden rule. That is being a douche. Don't do it. Now, if they're going green, 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 and you don't reply and they ignore you, shoot them in the back.
Or if they learned a challenge phrase.
Again, if they pick up on your challenge phrase, that's okay, fair game.
Melee kills do count. They're an insta kill. You can only be taken prisoner with a melee kill. So if you're knifed and it's your first one, you still have all your lives. But the second that you're no longer a prisoner, you die. If you're full of lives and you get knifed, walk of shame. Bleed out, walk of shame. Because that person did something epic to get inside there and get you.
Also, melee kills are silent kills. So
yeah.
Do not be the douche that screams, "Ah, you knifed me."
Or don't say hit because you're dead. You've been silenced. Your throat has been slit even if they don't touch your throat. You are dead. The reason for this is that's an epic move and everything else. So silent hits are melee kills are silent kills. Completely silent.
Now, if you knife somebody and start giggling and everybody notices, don't blame them, Joker.
What? I don't start giggling when I knife somebody. I'm quiet until I knife the last guy. Then I start giggling. I know how to get. I killed 30 people in one go with the knife. I know how to do this, sir.
Yeah. It's knife, melee kills, grenades, grenade control. It's a big issue we've had once or twice. If you're in a small room and you're fighting somebody, one grenade's enough. There's no need for everyone on your team to chuck a grenade into a freaking small room.
Yes, that is very true. The other thing, because we're going to wrap this up here pretty soon, guys. We'll have more information as it goes on as we go on. So we're going to be wrapping up about 15 minutes or so. Let's talk about that for a second, because a lot of people don't like our grenade rules when it comes down to the size of rooms, because of the concussive force of the grenades and how much noise that are there. Grenades kill bigger rooms than what you're normal. So if you throw a grenade indoors in like one of those office size rooms, everybody's dead inside, even though it's bigger than like maybe it's more than 10 feet away from you. Because in real life you would be dead. Office furniture is not hardcover. Hardcover is a wall. Hardcover is behind a door. That's hardcover. Hardcover is not that filing cabinet, because that filing cabinet will become shrapnel and shred you apart. What's up, Brett? How you doing, buddy? the other thing that could also, if you really think about it, is really the concussive force of grenade inside of a room like that would definitely really disorient you more than what happens when somebody throws in one of the ones that we use for airsoft. Um, when I ripped a grenade out in 5, that was awesome. Um, so our grenades kill in a bigger room. And we'll give you an example of the size of the room that's there for 2 reasons. One, we don't want people to get hurt. When you get when you get hit by 11 grenades at once, and I literally mean 11 grenades at one time, they all go off within a split second of each other. You start to really consider the grenade rules a lot more carefully. That happened to be a bone strike, 11 grenades. I was hurting. And I can only imagine other people, when they get throwing too. Also, when you're throwing grenades in there, wait for a reply for hit or not, Jay.
Because it takes a second for your ears to stop ringing. The other one we had come up recently, and I made the on the field rule using logic, was a kill radius is not linear. It goes and considered a bubble. Because a guy threw a grenade on a landing, and there was an argument that ensued, and I did the math, and both groups were in range of that grenade. So 1 up, 1 down on when it comes to landings on the stairwells. If you were dumb enough to throw a grenade that close to your own team, it's on you.
And again, this is all meant to be fun. It's all meant to be a good time. Some of the other things that are going to be there. If anybody is interested in helping us with cleanup before and after the event, we will always take people to help us with cleanup because it helps us clean up the property and everything else, getting us ready. I want to thank everybody again for how much work went into cleaning up that they did to clean up the buildings after Geigerlands. Lauren has never been happier, and Casey have never been happier with the amount of cleanup that we've done. It's the cleanest it's been.
It was actually cleaner when we left than it was when we got there.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Building like F, where they were at for where the asylum was at. Lauren was in there. She goes, everything. She goes, you clean too well. I was like, I can go up there and throw a grenade, and all the paint will be back down again if you want. And she's like, no, clean too well though. So. Catch a fat man. But this event, we have a lot of sponsors set up for this event. We'll know more when it comes closer who's going to be the vendors on there. Amp's obviously going to be there. We're going to have Blue Mag Airsoft is going to be there. I need to verify and double check if X-Fog's going to be there, and I'm pretty sure Aaron will come in because it's close enough for him. I told you my F building was clean. Yes, you did. I know 3 more events and the place will be like new. I know, right? So On to Go Surplus will be there. And I'm not sure who else is going to be vending there, but we have MK Airsoft is already going to be doing the raffle items again. So, they bring out a lot of stuff. Battle Bus Adventures will have another gun to raffle off at that point in time.
Teaming up with Amp for a pistol.
All right. That you or me? That's me.
That's you.
Ding,
but
ding,
the raffles are going to be spicy again. Granted, if you miss Geigerlands, you miss probably one of the best bolt action rifles I've built. To a very awesome guy that helped out all weekend long.
And then we'll let you all know what the food situation is going to be. We're currently looking for a sponsor for the
brisket.
The hell was that? Sorry. For the brisket. So we're looking for somebody for that. So we'll probably have brisket again. Those of you that know. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see here. That's pretty much it.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty much it for the guy for Scorched Earth. If you guys have any questions, now is the time to ask before we check out.
Yeah, because we got 13 minutes. It's been a rough day. I got stuff I got to do. That's why we start a little bit later. Yeah, I probably will raffle off another shirt. We got to keep those nomad guys a little calmer over those outcast guys a little bit calmer over there. So eager to see me half naked.
It's freaking disturbing.
And we should have some announcements on that fourth game that we have planned. Well, I guess in the last 10 minutes or so, we could talk about Pew Pew at Sea again, since we got everybody here, and we love talking about this. Remember, guys, if you're interested in doing a cruise for airsofters, check out our group, Pew Pew at Sea. We have our first maiden voyage on March 3rd through the 6th. You can go ahead and go here. Now, I will tell you all right now, you guys got 12 days to get your deposits in. Not the full price. It's a $100 per cabin deposit. So if there's two of you in the cabin, $50 each to secure your later tubs. So go ahead and secure your cabins now. That's going to also be a fun event. It's designed to be the opener for Airsoft, where we all sit back, have a good time, drink some drinks, relax on a cruise, and go from there. Virtue, did you get yours yet?
I'm taking care of that tomorrow. I've been too busy. You have no idea.
So I think there's already like 10 cabins out of the 30. Good night, Smurf. So, all right. Well, with that being said, everything's been discussed so far. I'd like to thank you all for coming back on again. We'll be talking about some more Big House Milsim stuff in the near future. So until next time, I'm Joker for Players Wanted. With me's the man with the mohawk, the king of the high cap of Virtue from Sinister Customs. And until next time, may your BBs fly true and your opponents always call your